In this video, we're going to go over the concept of histograms. So histograms basically is a bar graph for frequency tables. So in a previous video, we went over frequency tables or frequency distributions. So for a histogram, it's a bar graph. The horizontal axis represents the different data values or the classes, depending on what you're working with. And then the vertical axis represents the frequency, or even sometimes the relative frequency. Doesn't really matter which one. All right, one quick example. This is going to be a quick video. For example, consider the following histogram, which represents the number of books read by students in a class for within the last month. So the way that you kind of read this histogram is that the horizontal axis, or the x-axis, represents the different number of books that a student could read in this particular class. In fact, it represents classes. And so what they have, because you see the 0.5 and the 1.5, that's what we call class boundaries, but I won't get too much into that. But just know that the way that you read this is that 13 students, because remember the frequency is the height of the bar, 13 students, that's a lie, 11 students, because if you look at the first bar, let me actually highlight it. The first bar actually stops right here, and that's halfway between 10 and 12, that's 11. So that means that 11 students read between 0.5 and 1.5 books. Basically means that 11 students read one book. That's what because you can't read half a book. All right. So let's go down to our example here. So how many students read less than 4.5 books? How many students read less than 4.5 books? Well, 4.5 is right here. So what we need is we need to tally up, sum up the heights of the bars, the frequencies for everything less than that 4.5. Okay, so we got, let's see here, 6. Frequency here is 16. This one is 10. As we said before, the frequency for the first bar was 11. So how many students read less than 4.5 books? Well, it's going to be 11 plus 10 plus 16 plus 6, which gives us, let's see, 21 and 16 is, oh boy, 37 plus 6 is 43. I'm not too confident in that, but hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. Just add up the heights of the bars. Okay? What's next? How many students read between 2.5 and 5.5 books? Use a different color here, 2.5 and 5.5. Well, 2.5 is in green, it's going to be right here. 5.5 is right here, so we're tallying up all the bars between 2.5 and 5.5. Well, it's going to be, let's see if I can scroll just a tad bit here, it's going to be 16 plus 6 plus the height of the bar for the 4.5 to 5.5 class, which appears to be between 4 and 6, appears to be 5. Okay, this arithmetic I'm a little more comfortable with. 16 plus 6 is 22. 22 plus 5 gives you 27. All right? And so that's it, folks. That's how you work with histograms. All right? So once again, the height of the bar represents the frequency. The horizontal axis is going to give you the different data values or different markers for your different classes. All right, see you all in the next video.